Would you say I have a plethora?
A what?
A plethora.
Oh, yes. You have a plethora.
What is a plethora?
Why?
Well, you told me I have a plethora, and I just would like to know if you know what a plethora is, Jefe. What is a plethora?
Texas Homegrown Radio and DallasOnAir.com.
This is Jeb Bridges, and when I want to hear I always turn on Texas Homegrown Radio. That's the good stuff, y'all. Studios. It's the Morning Ride.
Hey y'all, it's Case Harden. You're listening to my good buddy, the multi-award winner, Jody Lee, right here on the Morning Ride.
Hey, this is Ed Jurdy from the Band of Heathens. Get your morning started right, listening to Texas Homegrown Radio.
Yes! That's awesome!
Give me a liter of cola.
A what?
A liter of cola.
Liter of cola? Do we make liter of cola?
Well, you just order a large farva. I don't want a large farva. I want a liter of cola.
I don't know what that is.
Liter is French for give me some cola before I break.
All right, relax.
That was for our friends out there.
Okay. That's for our friends at Canada, eh? I just every time I hear Canada, and Canada's a beautiful place, gorgeous. But every time I think of it, though, I remember Anchorman too, when the incredibly polite Canadian news team.
Oh yeah,
sorry.
That's true though. I was on the first basketball team in Texas that was on a televised basketball, like a game. It was the first game a Canada team played a Texas team live on TV.
Do you think when they're talking about us, they go, "Yow"?
And they killed us.
And they're good.
Yeah.
They're good.
But they would not, if they knocked you down, like setting a screen or something, they would help you up and say sorry.
Really?
Like it's a real thing. Like they were very polite.
They have great manners, man.
And that just
Great
made
manners.
us matter that they're beating us so bad, but they're polite.
And being nice about it.
Yeah, they're being nice. It's like, what? I still don't think your mic's working. There. Look at it.
Does that work?
Now. There we go. There, that's better. Yeah,
That
yeah.
works. Okay.
Testing 1, 2.
Welcome to the party.
No, now it's a party.
I saw a shirt the other day that would be that'd be a good one for you to get.
What's that?
It said instead of life of the party, it said wife of the party.
I've been called a party.
Jesse remembers those days.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You know,
actually, I probably don't. That might be for the best.
Well,
just bits and pieces.
Yeah,
I
just
remember.
bits and pieces of it.
Yeah.
Do you worry about that stuff now that you're a dad? Does it change? Like, do you think about all the things you did when you were young? And
No, it's just crazy. it's absolutely crazy now.
I did too, man. When I had my daughter, it like changed everything. Mm-hmm. I realized I was old though because I was at a club and I had younger friends, and this girl walked by and she'd made this like weird like look or something, like I'm the old guy in the room, which is probably true. But she was like hardly wearing anything, and I said, why don't you go and put some clothes on? Sing Larry Joe Taylor. Like, what? We're in a bar. Like, what are you doing? Like, put some clothes on. Does your dad know you dress that way? And my friends were like, we can't hang out with you anymore. Because when I said it, they were all like,
Jody,
what did you just say? And I'm like, I'm sorry. She reminded me of my daughter. It just,
everything changes when you become a dad.
It changes.
It is. And like the craziest things you think that you wouldn't be cautious about just completely changed. I mean, like the same thing. We'll go to a bar and I'm like, these kids are driving. Like, I just watched that guy throw up, you know?
Oh, man, it's even worse whenever they bring home their first boyfriend and you're like, are you like I was? I will kill you, you know?
I know. It changes because then it makes you realize, oh, that's why their dads treated me the way they did. Now I get it. Yeah.
Hey, hang on just a second. Hand me that damn, I need to clean this gun out.
I did that when I was pretty young, but my sister's first date, my dad wasn't home, so I felt like I needed to fill in. And my little 22 that I have, that Rossi 22, it's got the safety where you got to actually cock it all the way back and then hold it and let it down. Mm-hmm. And so I had been cleaning it, and then I was going to make sure there was nothing in it, you know, put it on safety or whatever. And so they're in the other room. They're in the kitchen. I'm in my parents' bedroom, and it slipped. So I was trying to put on safety, it slipped, and I shot a hole through the headboard of their waterbed.
At least it was the headboard.
I made sure he knew. That boy knew.
Yeah, I was going to say, at that point, you just own it.
You just walk in there and be like,
that was a warning
next
shot.
time it could be you if you mess with my sister.
Oh, man.
I killed a waterbed, and I don't mind switching to you if you mess with my sister. My dad was not happy about that.
Oh, man.
There was a little hole in their waterbed headboard, and then it didn't go through the wall. It stuck in a stud, so that's good. It didn't kill nobody.
Yeah.
It's the only time that I ever had a gun accidentally go off.
You know, one time I was walking, we used to walk to and from school uphill both ways. Yeah. And
in the snow.
In the snow. In Texas. Yeah. Different times.
Different times. Sorry.
But, you know, me and my sister
what
used
Jesse
to walk.
had to do to get here. So you both had to go uphill both ways.
That's right. Yeah.
Almost driving a pasture.
He showed up on a unicycle.
I did.
I don't know how you did it. That was crazy.
The crazy part is I got pulled over for speeding.
That was a really good joke.
Yeah, it was.
See what I did there? Jesse Rasanen in studio with us, man. So good to see you again. It's been too long.
Oh, absolutely.
We were just talking about that. Man, time flies when you're having fun. But glad you got new music out, and everybody can go and buy it right now.
Right now.
Make that
second.
Make that big,
dollar?
Spotify. Yeah.
Spotify dollar?
I saw I couldn't sleep last night. It was about 3 o'clock in the morning, and I get this notification that Spotify just laid off 600 and something people.
Oh, then they got room to pay us more.
No, get this. The reason that they're running out of money is because they were paying all these big celebrities like Meghan Markle and the Prince and like all these people to do Spotify things. And I'm like, wait a minute.
You're kidding me.
But the artists that are putting all the music on there are getting pennies, and you're like paying for these big celebrity people to be on there. I don't feel bad for them at all.
Nope.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Did you hear about what really messed us all up with Spotify, though? 'Cause it was different when it first started.
What's that?
So these fellers got on there, and it was actually kind of genius, but they got on there, and they used to pay more per spin. And these kids got on there and just turned their Spotify on repeat and told a couple of their friends to do it, too.
Oh, yeah.
Because they made They made so much money off of that, and it was like a loophole. And they couldn't do anything about it, but they just changed the deal. Like, and because they did that, now we all make no mailbox money off of Spotify.
Well, there's still ways around it because I know people are still buying spins. Mm-hmm. But they have to hire these guys.
Don't tell Dan Dugan
they have to have. Yes, he knows. They have to have these people.
He tells us all not to.
No, but I know someone that did it. I'm not going to throw them under the bus, but they told me what they did. And they pay these guys in India, and they have all these different computers and they have a program that shows different. What is your ID? Whatever the computer thing is, the
IP address.
Yes, your IP shows different because they can read if it's the same IP address, playing it over and over and over again. Man. And that's why it's hard on Spotify to play the same song again. Like you play it, and it didn't want to let you play it again right after.
Right,
makes you play something else. That's why. But people were doing it because then they're like, "Oh, I got 8 million spins. I'm famous."
I've got a Spotify horror story. I went on there just to listen to one of my songs, make sure that it was working on there.
That is a horror story.
Yeah, it was scary, man. No, but so then it goes to the autoplay right after, and it goes to a Justin Bieber song because Jeb Bridges and then JB, and I was like, no, and so I started going on there, and I'm like, no, stop it, and I like turned it off, and I go back, and then I'm like, okay, and so then I was like, all right, well, maybe it won't always do that. So then I tried to go back, and I was like, all right, click the song again. I clicked the song again. It went back to the damn Justin Bieber song. And I was like, I'm done with Spotify. I'll never try it again. That's a horror story right there. But I will say this, though. I wouldn't want to buy any of them spins on there because the one cool thing about Spotify is you can actually kind of like see where you're getting traction. If you get the Spotify for artists, you can see all that stuff. And then you actually kind of, if you're letting it grow organically, you actually know where you're getting some traction in the world,
Oh, I mean, that's
just
that's
when
one
I
of the most
think
important
you couldn't possibly
concepts,
be any dumber, you go and do something like this and totally redeem yourself.
That's why they came out with the stats. Well, man, I tell you what, you want to do another live one for us?
Yeah.
I know you got more in you.
I got plenty more.
Because people really do. They get tired of my jokes, and they're like, if that guy's got a guitar, why is he not playing songs?
That's true.
Yeah. We love having live music. Oh, Billy Joe will be with us tomorrow. Billy Joe Jones will be
yeah?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
She's got to follow you. I have a story about that.
Following me?
Real quick. No. So I had this.
I was gonna say I didn't see you.
I had this guy that I had this young guy I was helping, and we were at Larry Joe Taylor's. It's a quick story.
Got a unicycle with mirrors,
and these people were wanting to like sign him or whatever,
Sure.
and so they made him write a song. He had to write a song that day and then play it that night around the picking circle at Larry Joe. Well, I helped him write the song because he didn't write the song, but they told him after he got done to build his confidence. They told him when you get done, say follow that MFers. So he goes around the circle. And it's like Carrie Lick and a bunch of people from around here, that's playing. And he's nervous about this new song. Freddie won't remember it. Well, he's drinking as it goes around, and he keeps skipping that. He won't play that song, play something else. The guy's like, play that song, or we're not going to sign you, like it was like Winding Roads Records or something. It wasn't like a big Sony or nothing. Anyway, they get to him, finally gets enough confidence, and he closes his eyes, and he starts singing that song, trying to remember it. And as he's singing, people start getting up, and Larry Joe Taylor sits down next to him, and Daryl Dodd, and Dave Perez. This guy has no clue. They just sat down next to him, and he's still got his eyes closed, just singing his heart out, man, just nailing it. And he gets done. He goes, follow that, Evers. And he opens his eyes, and Larry Joe goes, I'll try.
Oh, no.
And I've never seen anybody shrink like in person, but it was, and he just gets up, and he was using my guitar, and he just hands me the guitar as he walks by and just keeps walking.
Oh.
Just keeps going.
Did he end up getting signed by that record label?
No. No. It was not. It was.
Did
They
gaslit him.
He remembered the words.
Good.
He did remember the words. So
That's half the
anyway,
battle.
so that made me think of that when I said follow that, but.
That's half the battle. The Prophets guys, they do The Wait by the band.
Yes.
We were in Red River. Yeah. We were in Red River, New Mexico. They're doing that song, and Larry wanted to come up and sing a verse. And so they were, they're playing through the song. Larry gets up, just completely blank, forgot every single word.
Oh,
nice.
Made up a verse the entire way. And he just walked off stage, looked at me, shook my hand, goes, nailed it. I'll never forget that.
I love it.
I'll never forget that. Anyway, let's y'all play some music?
Yeah, man. What you gonna do for us?
Let's do the I'm gonna do the single that we got running out to radio right now.
Yeah, tell
Thank
everybody
you, Mr. Dillon, if you're still listening.
Tell everybody the name of it, where to find it.
Wishing Well.
All right.
Find it on iTunes, Spotify, and I guess anywhere. CD, carrier pigeon, record.
8-track.
8-track.
Why when I walk in with a $2 bill, it wasn't enough to get the prescription pills. Been down and lonesome short on my bills. Just trying to make it through the days, and they say, just keep on fishing, son, she wasn't the one. But my line is breaking and I'm out on the run. When I look beside me, no one's riding shotgun. Well, I know you wouldn't have it, babe, this way, but they say she's really gone this time. And I can't get her off my mind. But it plays just like a rerun, girl, my personal hell. I'm just staying up, drinking you down inside my wishing well. Saw your mama called up your telephone, but all it left me was the dial tone. Just thought I needed some time on my own. Bartender, here's a 20, so please just won't you tell me that she's really gone this time. And I can't get her off my mind. Plays just like a rerun, girl, my personal hell. I'm just staying up, drinking tonight. And I just want her back, but you know it don't work like that. And it plays just like a rerun, girl, my personal hell. I'm just staying up, drowning you out inside my wishing well. Inside my wishing well. When it plays just like a rerun, girl, my personal hell. I'm just staying up, drinking you down inside my wishing well.
All right.
That's good stuff, man.
Thank you.
Jesse Rasanen right here on the morning ride.
I like the variety of your songs, man. You know, they're all a little bit different. You know, it's they've all got something that's that pulls them together, but they're also different.
Appreciate that
from each other. You know, that's
well, I
good.
mean, I think it's important as growth as a songwriter.
I agree.
So, I mean, I'm not going to say that I haven't ever put out stuff in the past where I'm like, I think I wrote the same song 9 times. I mean, it happens, you know.
We were joking about it. Actually,
Credence.
The other day we were talking about that. Like, I feel like as a songwriter, like every time you write a song, it's like, this is the best song I ever wrote.
Mm-hmm.
But it should be that way, because it would be weird if you were like, oh man, this song sucks, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
That's something that I really ended up realizing, you know, because like you said, as a songwriter, you write something new and you're like, man, this is the best song I've ever written. And then I got to a point where I was like, I think I've written this song before. Or it's, and y'all know too, like when you write, like it could either like you could write 2 songs that sound the same, or it's the same lyrics, completely different song. Well, and whenever we came to this project, I was like, I really want to try to, you know, keep everything correlated as much as we can so the project fits together, but to get enough.
Yeah, man.
Enough difference in the entire thing.
Heck yeah.
Some of the first advice I got was from Ray Wiley Hubbard. And you know Ray, like everything he says sounds cool, even when he's mean. And I was at Larry Joe's backstage, and I told him, I said, hey, I was just sitting at a table with him, so I was like, I gotta ask him questions. And I said, hey, you know, I've been writing songs, but you know, I only got maybe like 10 that I really remember at the time, you know. And he goes, that's because the rest of them suck. I was like, what? Like, I hadn't even heard them, you know. And I go, well, I mean, at least I got a few that I can remember. I mean, so at least I got a few good ones. He goes, I didn't say that. And I was like, dang, like this is the advice I'm getting. He goes, no, look, man. He goes, look, if they're not good, if you can't remember them, nobody else can remember them. He goes, but that doesn't mean they're not good songs. He goes, or maybe there's good lyrics, so don't throw them all the way away. I was like, is that what you do? He goes, Jody, I plagiarize myself every day. I was like, dang, he's cool.
Snake phone.
Even when he was mean to me, I was like, he's so cool. I want to be cool.
He really is, man. Ray Wiley. He's got like his own swagger. You know what I mean?
It's like got that thing.
You know, I think the best advice I ever got in the music industry I don't even know if he remembers, but y'all know Michael Mode, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Whenever I was first coming up,
the Modester.
Whenever I was first coming up at Tarleton,
he crashed in my house for a while.
That's awesome.
Between girlfriends.
That's awesome. He, whenever I was first coming up through Tarleton, I first started, playing, getting into the bar scene, playing. Obviously, like we said, you have to meet people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So getting out there, meeting everybody you can.
For sure.
And Mode came up to me and he goes, "Man, I'm gonna give you the biggest piece of advice you can ever have in your career." I was like, "What's that?" And he goes, "Keep your cool and walk away."
Yeah.
I was like, "If you feel like things are getting weird, keep your cool and walk away." And that, for whatever reason, stuck in my head.
You know why he told you that?
Later.
Because I saw him when he wasn't like that.
Right.
He learned the hard way.
Right. It was the best advice I'd ever gotten, though. I mean, it went so far for me as far as networking goes.
It is true.
Because, I mean, the whole music scene's about networking, but it doesn't mean you have to ask. I mean, favors come up in the music industry.
Yeah.
Whether you're playing shows with people or you're trying to get venue contacts or radio contacts or whatever it is,
Yeah.
That stuff always comes up. But the biggest thing that, I took from that is you got to keep your cool, and when the time's right, the time's right. And
yeah, it'll happen.
I mean, people come in,
unless people don't pay you.
I'm a late bloomer.
So many of these kids come in, they're so green that the second they meet somebody, they're like, "Hey, I need everything you have."
And they believe everybody that promises them stuff too.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, that's a big thing in this industry also.
For sure.
And anything, any business that gets talked about after midnight ain't happening most likely.
Oh yeah, lots of late night promises.
That's the real best advice.
There's
past midnight, they don't remember.
There's the song you should write right there. Late night promises.
I got some good advice, from somebody about the music industry, and that's all the best and most trustworthy business is done between business hours, 8 to 5. Everything after that, it might happen, but it's iffy.
You don't trust that guy at 3 a.m. that's been drinking?
No, I've talked to that guy so many times.
Make you famous.
Hey man, I'm gonna make you a star.
I lit a cigar and I stuck my hand out.
My favorite's the guy that comes up to you at a venue and he's like, "Man, I wrote this song. You need to cut it."
Oh gosh,
Who are you?
No, we had a woman one time come up to us on stage and ask us to tune her guitar for her.
Yeah, that was
we did though.
No, she actually sent somebody to her house
to go get
the guitar. Yeah,
wow. We tuned it for her.
To tune it.
Has she not heard of Google? I think anybody can figure out how to tune a guitar with Google.
Well, I think what it was really is
it was the meth.
Yeah,
it was she just having a methed up day.
It was a very methed up day, as Mike Tyson would say. It was very methed up. Yeah,
yep.
But her guitar is in tune now, as good as it could be.
Yeah. It had some
some
frets coming up a little bit and some inlays popping off, but whatever.
And then it had a crack in the middle.
It was a really nice
guitar. She went home and wrote a song.
It was like a vintage, like something I never heard of, but it looked cool.
You want to do the Bro Country Challenge? Are you feeling it?
We'll give it a go.
Yes,
so
it needs to happen.
What we do is we give you words that they use in Bro Country songs, and you got to put it in just not a whole song, just make a verse or two.
I'm in.
And then make the best, worst Bro Country song. We've had some good ones.
It's all about.
Billy Hartman did some great ones.
Billy, man, I haven't seen Billy forever.
Palmer Anthony did a pretty good one the other day.
He sure did.
Yeah. So if you're up for it, we'll do that when we come back, and then we'll get you to play one of yours too to close it out. Is that cool? All right, stick around. Coming up, the Bro Country Challenge with Jesse Rasanen.
Get into it.
Thank you to the A-Team sharing all of our stuff and watching this morning, and can't say enough about Beverly and those folks. Also, morning to Edna. She said, great show. I'll keep tuned in daily. So she was glad she got to hear Jesse sing before she got to work.
Cool.
Remember Edna?
Yeah. Hadn't seen her in ages.
Yeah. And Yodeslav and all them listening too. So thank you all. Tell your friends, and you can find all the links on our webpage at TexasHomegrownRadio.com. We got more coming your way right after this.
Hi, this is Gary P. Nunn, and you're listening to Morning Ride.
Hi, this is William Clark Green.
Hey, this is Clayton Landy of 6 Market Boulevard.
Hey, this is Mike Stanley of the Mike Stanley Band.